Every Saturday afternoon of the season, they come in their thousands. By train, by bus, by car, or on foot. They come in ones, twos, tens, thousands. Football addicts. Altogether throughout Great Britain, over 1 million of them every Saturday. These are Londoners. In Scotland, they've come to shout for the Celtic. It's here in Glasgow that football fans make one of the most famous noises in the world, the Hampden Roar. Here's another part of the country where they're famed for their voices. Welshmen can get enthusiastic over a lot of things, but nothing more than a win for Cardiff City. Here are the men who keep the cogs turning in the heart of industrial England, come to see one of the clubs that have brought international renown to British football, Manchester United. The rich and the poor, the tall and the short, kids and olds. Here to watch the Wolves are another 50,000 of them, victims of the football fever, come to see the idols of the game. Take some of the Spurs, ordinary men really, with homes and wives and children, like goalkeeper Bill Brown. Like you or me, Morris Norman has to dig the garden when he can't get out of it. Like you or me, Terry Dyson is expected to be able to fix any plug, and like all of us, cusses when he misses with the screwdriver. These players are worth tens of thousands of pounds on the football market, but they're only idols on Saturday. 5 days of the week, they have a routine day, just like their neighbours, but instead of the office or the factory, these men report to the giant concrete arena that surrounds the stage, of which they are the stars. Beneath the terraces that hold up to 70,000 fans, the men with the magic feet master their skills and keep their muscles in perfect tone. Then out onto the track. 70,000 pairs of eyes will follow their bursts of speed on Saturday. If he misses one in the match, 70,000 hearts will fail. Many of yesterday's stars are the managers of today, like Spurs manager Bill Nicholson. He's known affectionately as the Governor. A move is planned for a throw-in near the opponent's goal, first on a model. Then in practice. Len Newcombe, Southport's manager, has the same aim: peak fitness and perfected skill. Southport Football Club was founded in 1887, even before the Pier Railway was constructed. They've both served the people of Southport for many a long year. Here, they're lucky enough to have the beach nearby, with bracing sea breezes to help the turning up process. The week passes, the big day arrives, the lines are marked out, the boots of each player are checked and serviced. All over the country, crowds are converging on football grounds. The visiting team are among the first arrivals. There are still 2 hours to go. The police report for duty, 1 for every 1,000 in the crowd. No matter how early the gates are open, the first spectators are always waiting. Saturday afternoon is the peak of this boy's week. He'd never miss. He's the first, and behind him there's a whole army. The familiar atmosphere is shot through with expectant excitement. The band plays the same old march. The ground is filling up. You're all squeezed in together with perfect strangers, but for 2 hours you'll feel a great unity with them. The referee inspects the pitch. Inevitably, I suppose, he's bound to upset somebody before the day's out. Everyone forgets their own worries. If their team wins, they too will feel the achievement of victory. If their team loses, each one will feel personal defeat. The press take up their places. And here they come. First, the Spurs in their famous white shirts. Their opponents today are Manchester City, wearing yellow on this occasion. The familiar opening ceremony conducted by the referee And the curtain's up. The magic is on display. Ooh, he's worried already. Move it about. All those eyes on one football for 90 minutes. At this moment, there are about another 1,000 footballs rolling round 1,000 pitches, and 1 in every 50 people in Britain is watching one of those balls. Those who couldn't get to the match rely on the sports reporters. A corner kick. The supporters breathe again. The governor watches intently. There's no more he can do now. It's a goal. No, the referee disallows it. And once more the crowd ask him why he left his glasses in the dressing room. Outside, the streets are deserted. The roar can be heard from 5 miles away. But what's the good if you can't see it? Back inside, the game is nearing its end. Sometimes it's tame, sometimes it's a thriller. Before the final whistle, the race to disentangle yourself from the mass and get home to tea begins. But at the last moment, a goal decides the whole game. It's all over. The small boys wheel across the pitch to get an autograph before the police can head them off. And now, all that remains is to try and get away from the ground before the rest of the 70,000. They wend their way home, north, south, east, west. Some have a 200-mile journey, others a 5-minute walk. Their minds are full of the match and they won't stop talking about it until next week's kick-off. By the time the players have washed off the mud and soaked out the bruises, the result of their game will have reached the remotest parts of the country. Any injury is seen to immediately. The legs of a star player like Dave McKay are worth a small fortune. The fans could hardly exist without their football. Football could never exist without the fans. Now they've gone home. All over the country, these great deserted shells stand suddenly empty. But every Saturday, the fans will be back, with every one of them hoping that this year will be his side's year for the Cup and a visit to Wembley. This is the climax of the season, the ultimate goal for every club, the final thrill for every fan. There are no medals for the supporters, but with the players, they've sweated through every critical game. Throughout the season, their shouts of encouragement have spurred on the team. They feel they have a share in that cup and the glory it represents. And who would say that they are not right?